7 minutes before 10 o'clock, and we have a rock star on the phone, a rock star of the literary world. Elizabeth George is on the phone. Her new book is called The Punishment She Deserves. I think, ladies, you're going to be glad that this is a lady who wrote that title, right?
That's right.
This is a psychological suspense novel. Elizabeth George, by the way, has so many books out there. And this one is getting really, really good reviews on Amazon. Let's say hello. And it's an honor to have you on our show, Elizabeth George. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Where are you right now?
Right now, I am in Boston, getting ready to head over to Connecticut.
Oh, okay. Where are you going in Connecticut? My boss wants to know.
I am going to a place called the Mohican Sun, and I think it is a large hotel casino.
Oh, it's a casino. Oh,
Joe knows.
Okay,
He's
all right.
rolling the dice.
Is it
I
near-
don't think I'm going to have time to throw any money into a slot machine, but I'm looking forward to being there.
Where? I mean, when? When does The Punishment She Deserves take place? What era?
It's a contemporary novel.
Oh, okay.
So it
Okay.
takes, as all my novels are. So it takes place right now in Shropshire, England, which is a county that borders Wales. It takes place in a medieval town called Ludlow.
Do you have to immerse yourself in that the geographical area to write a story there, or not?
I do. It doesn't work for me to look things up on the internet and try to make a place real that way. I wish that were the case, but it just doesn't. I have to go there and do what my editor used to call topographical gumshoeing. So as soon as I get to an area, I grab a map, usually get a really good atlas of that particular area, and start walking and driving and get a real sense of what the place is.
But in your book, the past also seems to creep in, though, because that's an integral part of the story.
Well, yeah, and I think that's the certainly the case in most crime novels, that there is something that is creeping up from the past that needs to be dealt with. And in this particular instance, the past figures in how people are relating to other people in the present. So what they've done in the past, what they've seen in the past, what they've experienced in the past, that has a huge influence, and specifically on the relationships between parents and kids.
The two main characters of the novel, are these characters that we've read about before?
The novel starts out with Detective Sergeant Barbara Havers and her superior officer, Detective Chief Superintendent Isabel Artery, and they are paired together to go up to Shropshire to investigate a previous investigation. So the reader has seen these people before, but has not seen Barbara and Isabel working together. There is an ulterior motive that the police have, and that Barbara's superiors have, and that is that they're hoping that she will do something that will allow them to fire her, which they've wanted to do for a really long time. But she's wary, she's wily, she knows that there's a reason why she's been sent up there with Isabel, and so she doesn't put a foot wrong. My other main character, Thomas Lindley, comes into the book about a third of the way through when he is sent up there to straighten things out because of mistakes that have been made by Isabel and Barbara. So he and Barbara are sent back up there again to straighten this whole situation out.
And you are very generous to emerging writers. You created the Elizabeth George Foundation, which helps give them a leg up through grants.
Yes, yeah. The foundation supports unpublished novelists. It supports short story writers, emerging playwrights, and poets. It sends people to graduate school, and it supports disadvantaged children, disadvantaged young people, specifically in the area of the arts.
When you're writing a female character, do you? Is it hard? Do you need to, or do you even worry about sticking to whatever stereotypes we have about the different roles that women hold?
Well, I think it's what I really try to do is to make sure that the characters aren't stereotypical. So, and of course, one brings one's own experience to writing anyway. But I do try to, as much as I can, make the characters living, breathing human beings who aren't caricatures and who aren't stereotypes. And so they're all dealing with particular issues that we as actual human beings deal with.
And I think that's what makes a character real. When are they based on anybody at all? Is there like a template, not a template, but like a reference person in your mind?
Not for my continuing characters, no. Occasionally, there might be an aspect of someone's character that I find intriguing, that I want to make part of the story of a character who's appearing in the book only for one time. But for the continuing characters, no, they're all products of my imagination, and they don't bear any resemblance, any deliberate resemblance to anybody that I know.
The book is only about a week old, according to Amazon. You're already hitting the top of the charts in many different categories. Obviously, you have a really loyal following, and people just excited about this one. I was reading the reviews. They're very complimentary, and the reviews will sell the book. If you read the people's reviews, you will definitely want to get the book. I think we have a copy of it. This is a huge book. Here it is.
It's wonderful.
Call me if you want the copy that it was sent to me. This is for our listeners. I will make sure it's left for you. The rest of us will have to go buy it. I did find it on Amazon. Do you have a website you want to direct us to?
My personal website is ElizabethGeorgeOnline.com, and that website will contain the information as to where I'm going to be appearing on my book tour.
Elizabeth, don't lose all your money in that casino, okay?
Okay, I'll try not to.
Thank you for being on our show. It's truly an honor to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. We'll be right back.
Frogs are so hoppy, it's because they don't smoke or have COPD, otherwise they would be flip-floppy. If you want to quit smoking to prevent yourself from croaking, come to A Better You for a good acupuncture poking. Call me,